Alrighty, what is up, guys? We have another video today on another international glove, right? Last time we did the Japanese rubber ball pitching glove. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. And today we have a Korean custom from David Sports in Korea. I think everyone knows that America, Japan sort of lead the way in the glove world, but Korea's right up there as well. So thought I'd show this one off because I've been given the task of breaking it in. This one, again, David Sports, 1-of-1 custom. It's about a 12.5-inch outfield glove. We've got an H-web. We got the palm overlay between these two fingers. Now, the best part about this glove in terms of its custom is the logos we have here. We have the Canberra Cavalry logo and the Kia Tigers logo. Right, so this glove, a little bit of backstory, was brought over by the Kia Tigers for a friend when they came and used the Canberra Cavalry facilities for their version of spring training. So the Canberra Cavalry has deals with teams like the Kia Tigers and the Bay Stars on player development, where those two bigger Asian teams will send their players to play winter ball with the Cavs, get more game time, just like some MLB teams have deals with ABL teams as well. So when the Kia Tigers came and used the Canberra Cavalry facilities for spring training, they were able to bring this glove over, and I absolutely love it. It's really cool. The red, white, and black, great colorway. The custom, it tops it off. This looks really nice and feels very high quality as well. The leather is really, really buttery, but it is a tank, right? So we've got a lot of work to do breaking this in. We have a very, very stiff heel, lots of padding between here. We've got the double lacing in the heel as well, which only makes it stiffer. We have hinges that are getting there just from the small amount of catch play that this has had yet, but it hasn't had real break-in work. So that's what we're going to do today. Other than that, we've got relatively stiff fingers as well. So we're going to have to work the pocket, have to work the heel, and yeah. So I think that's the most there is to say, so let's just get straight into the break-in, shall we? Alright, now for a bit of context real quick. For where it is right now, this is the before shot. Haven't done any break-in work yet. And this is how it's closing. You can see the hinges are working pretty decently as they're supposed to, and that's what we'll be focusing on. But again, without forcing the glove shut and creating bubbles in the palm, we can't actually get it closed. So we're gonna keep working those hinges, and then the really stiff heel here, and then the fingers and pocket as well, of course. So let's get straight into it after a bit of conditioning. Now you may have seen this in the intro. It's my IP Select straight out of Tokyo that I got around Christmas. This one is absolutely gorgeous, so if you guys want to see a review on this one, let me know, because this thing's super unique and I absolutely love it. Alright, so the setup for the break-in, we've got the glove over there, a couple of others, those are just for examples. Now the equipment, we'll be using the glove mallet. This one's a Rawlings one. If you have a leather break-in pad, that's ideal, but I do not, unfortunately, so I have to use a folded towel as the pad. We have some conditioner. This one is the Wagyu JB conditioner out of Japan. This is going to be really, really nice. And then some Mizuno oil, but might not use this depending on how well this one performs. Now for application of the conditioner, we're going to use the paper towel because it's a spray. So yep, let's get straight into conditioning. Alright, so you guys have seen me do the conditioning process before, but yeah, again, just a refresher. We're going to do the main break-in points, so the hinge, pocket, and heel, but again, it's really beneficial to do the whole thing. Prevents cracking down the line, prevents it from drying out, so we're just going to do the whole thing. Have to be careful where the leather is white, because you don't want to do too much that will make discoloration, so we'll have to do a little bit of do that one with a bit of care, but get straight into the conditioning now. Alright, so that is the conditioning done. Worked really nicely with the Wagyu JB. So now we're going to move this operation out into the park so that we don't make too much noise on the deck when we start using the mallet and breaking it in. So let's go out there. Alright, we've got the glove and we have the pad and the setup just there on the grass. Now we're going to be focusing hugely on the heel and the hinge points. As I said, the hinge points are almost there already, but the heel is preventing the proper close, and so is the pocket leather, right? So the conditioning went really well, super buttery. The Wagyu JB stuff is incredible. So yeah, let's get straight into the mallet work, but yeah, focusing on heel, hinge points, and then the fingers as well. This one has the index finger has a fairly deep roll to it, whereas the other three are actually pretty dead straight. And I think that's partly due to the overlay here. So we'll have a work with that, and then the last bit of detail to worry about is that the overlay causes a little bit of not a bubble, but a bit of a dent or a protrusion here in between these two fingers. So we're going to try and mallet that a bit more smooth as well and make the pocket nice and deep and give it a little bit of flair. So let's get straight into that. So again, the first thing I'm going to do is find the hinge and then the thumb hinge and just sort of work those in a little bit. Make sure that they are clear and obvious as to where I'm going to be breaking it in. And then I'm going to grab the heel and I'm just going to start working that really stiff heel, and then the entire glove all over. So just getting a lot of loosening up action. And once that is all done, we'll move on to the mallet work and then a bit of catch play. Now, a great thing to do when you have a really stiff heel like this one, when it comes to mallet work, is malleting the heel as you move it along. All right, so we were just doing these kinds of working it in with the hands, getting some bend in it, and then now what I'm doing is I'm going to work it from the thumb hinge and move the heel with some pounding. Okay, so start again back at the thumb hinge and just gently move it across as I go. What that should do is create a more mobile heel at the same time as working in the leather. Okay, so now we have most of the mallet work done, and this is where we've got it to, right? Much easier to close, but it hasn't really got much form. All right, so what I'm going to do now, show you guys how to flare without damaging the thumb and pinky. So the first thing you're going to do, you never want to grab the thumb or the pinky and just bend, right? There's inserts in here that can affect the durability. Don't want to break anything. So we're going to find this point right here where the thumb starts to hinge, and you're just going to give it gentle bending outwards. Same deal on the pinky. There you go, you can see the thumb hinge flare just a little bit. Same deal on the pinky. Again, there's no real need to flare the pinky unless you like the style of it, or unless it actually helps the glove close nicely. But again, same thing, find that hinge point and just give it a gentle bend. Nothing crazy. And then you have a much more decent form, a seamless close. So now that we have it to this point, I think it is time for some catch play. All right, so the break-in's done with the mallet work and the conditioner. Form's pretty decent. It's tricky to form this one, I found, but it'll do well as it breaks in more. It's ready for catch play. There's the after. So we'll go do that, make sure it's feeling all good, how the pocket is, and yeah, fittingly KPO ball for catch play. So Okie dokie. Oh, yep. All right, good start. So what I've found with this glove so far is that the difference in the finger form has actually been a positive depending on how you like the pocket depth. So what it's done, having the index finger a bit more rolled and the outside fingers more straight, means that the pocket cradles the ball really nicely with that roll, but then the outside fingers being straight means that the close is still pretty seamless. So there's no gaps when it closes, but at the same time you've got a decent cradling pocket. Now, some guys will just want the glove to just close flat around the ball, trap it, but some like the depth, just knowing that they can catch anything that'll all funnel into that pocket. So I wouldn't say it's overall a game-changing benefit, but I think there's some argument that it could be a little bit helpful. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So leather's great. The hinges feel really nice, and the heel's not getting in the way of the closure anymore. So that's what the mallet work was able to do. It's a really good sign. And yeah, the leather's just really, really nice on this David Sports. I don't know where they source their leather from. I'm not sure quite what leather this is, but it feels like a really nice, feels comparable to like a nice Japanese kip from IP Select or maybe Mizuno. Ooh, good sound as well. Yeah, no, this is good. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, good pops. It's a smaller end outfield glove, but it doesn't feel like it. I think the one big con for this one, not necessarily big, but the one downside so far that I'm noticing is it's fairly heavy. So even for a small glove, it feels more weighted on your hand. For example, my Rico, which is I think the same size, feels very, very light on the hand, whereas this one's a little bit heavier. So I think that would be the only downside, but it's not dramatic and it does not change at all how the glove performs if you can control it nicely. So yeah, I'm really happy with this thing. I think it's turned out really nicely, and can't wait to get it back to the owner. Woo! Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's just a quick little review and a break-in on this one. Korean David Custom. I'll link their Instagram, and I'll throw up some photos of the other gloves that they've done with some of the pro guys in Korea. Yeah, no, super happy with this thing. That's the after break-in form and how it closes. I really hope the owner of this one loves it. Yeah, I think it's been a pretty effective break-in. So yeah, no, thank you guys for watching. Likes and subscribes always super appreciated. Head over to my Instagram, check out that page if you haven't, at rebel_ballgloves, same as the YouTube. And yeah, we'll see. We've got a couple of surprises coming in a little while. I'm not sure when this one will be posted, but yep, a couple of surprises, and a video with my brother coming soon, I believe. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next one.